Hello guys, this is Prince Jakenya back again with another video, and today I want to discuss something, a very essential topic or a very important topic by the name understanding your purpose. You know, there is this post that I saw somewhere that I posted it on Facebook back in the year 2016, and the post was saying that the biggest tragedy in this world is not death but dying having not fulfilled your purpose. The biggest tragedy in this world is not death, but dying having not fulfilled your purpose. I believe that every person was born for a purpose. I believe that every person was born for a reason and a season. Not that you won't live this world forever. Not that you are here in this world for a reason and a season. Then the reason for you to be alive is to fulfill the God-given purpose in this generation, because we live by certain generation, like you and me and every person that is watching this video. We were born to fulfill God's purpose in this generation. But one of the things that concerns me a lot, and I know it's a very painful or it's a very sad story, is that a lot of people goes to the grave having not fulfilled their purpose. A lot of people just live life having not something they are living for. A person wakes up in the morning and ends the day in the night, in the afternoon or in the evening. That person having achieved nothing, that person living for nothing, that person, what can I say? The thing is that, and the point that I want to discuss today is that you are born for a purpose. And before we enter to the discussion of today, or we enter to the topic of the day, I want to ask you a small question. What were you born for? Have you discovered your purpose? Because are you living for something or are you living for nothing? Are you fighting for something? Because a person who have a purpose has a reason that keeps him pushing, that keeps him moving, that keeps him every day to wake up and to do, or to wake up and to fight for something. So let me read a verse for you here that in Jeremiah 1:5 that says, before I formed you in the womb, I knew. This is God speaking to you. That before God formed you, but before God formed you, let me tell you something. Before you came in this physical world, you already existed. I know it sounds confusing, but let me tell you, even before you are born in this world, planet Earth, the one that we know and that the one that we live ourselves, before you came in this world, before your mother delivered you in this world, you already existed. I know some of you will ask me, how was I existing? You were already living, but you are not in physical form, but you are in spiritual form. Do you see that building? Just look around you and see the objects and things that surround you. Before those things were built, before that building, maybe you are watching me in, that your house, that your chair you are seated at, that the cup of tea you are drinking tea at, that sufuria, that anything that you see surrounding you, it was in person's mind. It was in an imagination lab. One person just seated one day, or it for a while, for a couple period of time. That person thought of, now I think I can make a cup that gonna help me to, or that gonna solve a problem of how we can be taking tea. Before, maybe that house you see, it was in a plan. That is the work of architecture. Architecture usually draws the plan of a house before it is now put into physical world. Now you see a beautiful house, but before that beautiful house you see, it was one day in a plan or in a paper. The same way, before you were formed in the physical world, you already existed in the spiritual world. God had you in his mind. God had you in his mind, and he said, and he had drawn you and said that now the thing is, I want to create a person by the name you, John, Jane, or whatever the name you are called, and this person will be of this purpose, will do this purpose, will be of this benefit, and unto this generation. There are some generation that has passed before us, 18th century, 17th century, 16th century, but God chose you in this generation, 19th and 20th and 21st century, because he knew that your purpose is mandate, or it's important, or it's supposed to be served. Your service is supposed to be in this generation. Now the Bible in Jeremiah 1:5 tell us that before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Just imagine, before you were formed in your mother's womb. Just know that before even your father and your mother may be met together, and married, or before your father and your mother know each other, God already knew you, and maybe God made them to meet for you to be born. So you are such an important person because God knew you even before you are born. And there is here is another, now the same Steve verse. Here is another verse that I want you to underline, or the word that I want you to underline. God knew you before you were born, and before you were born, I set you apart. This is how the verse is. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were formed, I set you apart. Let me tell you, brethren, whoever you are watching me and wherever you are watching me from, God set you apart for something. God set you apart for something. Nobody who doesn't have a purpose and nobody who doesn't have a reason in this world. Like I usually say, every person has a destiny. No matter that street boy you see over there in the street, no matter that person you see that is worth nothing living for, no matter that person you see that, I don't know, he is illiterate, no matter that person you see, whatever you judges, because we human beings, we are fond of judging a person by physical appearance, but God doesn't judge a person, or even God doesn't judge a person. We human beings, we are the people that are offend, or always we judge person, but God doesn't judge a person, because God knew you, and God see us from the deepest part of our heart, and God usually see us from the inside of us. So before you were born, God set you apart for something, and God says, I appointed you as a prophet for the nations. This is Jeremiah that was told that he was appointed to be a prophet for the nations. And God set him apart even before he was born, and God made him to be born in that time for the reason and for the season. Now my concern is, a lot of us are living for nothing. We don't have a reason that you are living for. We don't have a reason that you are fighting for. There is this book that I read one day, and it motivated me, that it was saying, you are born to be an answer to your generation. You are an answer to this generation. And here, let me read what the book was saying. It says that you are a bearer of the answer to many questions that this generation is reading in. Question about insecurity, injustice, poverty, corruption, sickness, moral decadence, economic recess. The list is endless. It is therefore important to discover the purpose for which you are born, so as to live a life that is itself an answer to this generation. If everybody does this, then the world will be in harmony, just like the Church of Christ, which is built in different people with varied gifts, but all working together for the common growth of the church. And here is another important quote that I want you to read. Every child is conceived for a purpose and packaged with a great potential to answer a question in his family. Every child is packaged with a great potential to answer a question in his family, a question to his country and generation. Moses was conceived with the answer to the suffering of the Israelites who are in Egypt. Inasmuch as Jonah was running away from God's calling to Tarshish, he had an answer for the people of Nineveh. Who are dying from their wickedness. Graves are full of people who died without an answered purpose or without an unanswered destination. So I have decided to make this video, at least to tell you, or to make the point clear, is you need to understand your purpose. God created you for a season and a reason, and one day when we leave this world, we're gonna be answerable of the life that we lived here on earth. Let me tell you, maybe you have a potential to be a musician, maybe you have a potential to be a great businessman, maybe you have a potential to help that person, maybe you have a potential to help the world, to help that soul that is suffering. Maybe you have a potential to open a YouTube channel like this to give people information, to give people encouragement, but you haven't discovered your purpose yet. All the thing that I want to tell you is that you need to have that desire, you need to have that eagerness, you need to have that thing that is burning you to understand your purpose, because life is meaningful when you understand your purpose. Life is meaningful when you know what you are living for. Life is meaningful when you have a reason that wakes you up in the morning and goes to bed in the evening, having a satisfied heart that at least, even if you didn't achieve everything at one day, at least you pushed a step ahead of your life. So the thing is, there are some reason that you're gonna understand your purpose. Let me give myself a testimony. Earlier, before, I used to think that I was a musician. My passion, even right now, it's a music. I really love music, but I used to think I am a musician. I could write some songs in the book, but after writing those songs in the book, that's when within a short couple of time I forget about the sound, the voice or the sound of the song, until one day I came to desire to know my purpose. And then I remember one day I was seated among guys that was in National Youth Service camp, and there were these guys that were ahead of us, or they were seniors than us. And then I heard them talking about the way their exam has been late, and that's when I felt something in me to tell them, to give them a word of encouragement. And I told them that everything happened for a purpose and everything happened for a reason. So the thing that has hindered you to late your exam is because maybe the job that God is preparing you to get, it is not yet fully prepared. And maybe God, that's why God is delaying your exam, so that the moment that you're gonna do your exam, God will have, or you will find the blessing of you waiting for you. I encourage those people, and they told me something. You guy, you are really a motivational speaker. You need like to be coming to a barracks or to the place that they used to stay and be motivating people. That was the first time that I came to realize my purpose, although it didn't sink in me. But right along, that's when I decided now to know my purpose. And I prayed God, and one night God showed me where I was speaking to a lot of group of people, and God told me this words, and a confirmation word, that you are not a musician, but you are a great person than a musician. And I asked myself, who is this great person than a musician? Because I know musicians are very known people in the world, are very embraced people in the world, and are very loved people in the world. When you can see a musician performing or having a show at the stage, you see the way people get excited. So I desired to be like that person, where I can go to stage, people get excited and something like that. So when God told me and told me this word, that you are greater than a musician, I asked myself, who is this greater than a musician? Then that's when God gave me an answer and told me, because you yourself, I called you to be a motivational speaker. You yourself, I called you to be an encourager. You yourself, I called you to be an uplifter of that guy who doesn't know his talent, of that guy who doesn't know his purpose. When you come and talk to a person who didn't know his purpose, and come and realize his purpose, and maybe that person has a music, has a different purpose, that person you wanna help people to understand their purpose, and when those people work for their purpose, the glory will go back to the Lord. Do you see something? So I was called to come and help you understand your purpose. Myself, I was called to, because there are those people that have discovered their purpose, but alongside their journey, they met some challenges, they met some obstacles, and they quitted living for their purpose. I was called also to come and give you the words of encouragement, give you the word of hope, and tell you that it is not yet done until it's done. You need to wake up again. You need to have a new start afresh. You need to have a new brand new start, because the end of the thing is important even than the start of a thing. Or the point that I want to clear is that no, it doesn't matter how you began. All the thing that matters is how you went. So that's how I came to realize my purpose, and that's when I opened this YouTube channel. That's when I opened Facebook groups, at least to be reaching you people out there, at least to encourage you, to motivate you, and to inform you. That is the purpose of this page. So if you are there, you haven't yet known your purpose, please, I will give these 3 ways you can understand your purpose. And one of the greatest of them, and the first one, is pray. Pray God, pray God anything, pray God everything, pray God, because He wanna show you. There is this verse in Jeremiah chapter 33 verse 1 that says, call me and I will show you some hidden things that you don't know. Call God and ask Him what is your purpose. Call God and ask Him what is your talent. Call God and ask Him what you are born for. And God is faithful. He wanna come and answer you. Let me find that word for you. It is in Jeremiah 33 verse 3, and it says in English, call unto me, and I will answer thee, and show thee great and mighty things which thou knowest not. Call the name of the Lord. Ask him what is your purpose. Ask him what he created you for. Ask him what is your talent. Ask him what is your gift. And God wanna come and reveal it to you. And once God reveal it to you, let me tell you, start fighting for your dream. Start living for your purpose. It doesn't matter the obstacles and challenges that you wanna face in the way. But if you persist, if you don't give up, one day you will get there. One day you will achieve your destiny, and one day you will achieve great things. So prayer is one of the way you can understand your purpose. Pray God to reveal to you. He can reveal it to you through people. He can reveal it to you through dreams. He can reveal it to you through many ways. There are many ways that God can reveal your purpose to you. Another way that you can understand your purpose is through your hobby. Somehow our purpose is hidden in our hobby. Like myself, sometimes I when I feel bored, I like coming here online to make a video for no reason, going to Facebook to post a post for no reason. Do you see? And it is not the time that I have started doing it. I started doing it in 2014 when I didn't even realize myself, or I didn't know myself better, because I was not mature. I was a teenage at that age. So through that hobby of me of talking to people, socializing with people, there was a hidden my purpose. So through the hobby, that something that you love doing most, somehow, I don't mean it must be precisely the same thing, but somehow your purpose or your talent or your gift might be hidden there. There is this person who love dancing. There is this person who love giving out, because even giving out is a purpose. There are people who are called to give out. There is this person who love praying for others, praying for other people. Whenever he sees a person in the street, maybe beggars, he pray for them. Maybe that through that hobby of you, through that thing that you love doing most, might be there is a hidden purpose of you. And that way that you can realize your purpose is the surrounding or the people that know with you. Ask those people that knows you, what do you really see me? What is the character that do you really see me with? What is that gift that do you think I might have? Because people that surrounds you knows you better. Like those guys didn't know me, but when I talked to them for a few couple of minutes, they told me, you guy, you are a little motivational speaker and you have encouraged us. So those people that surround you, those people that know you, your workmate, your friends, some of your relatives, they might be not know 100% what you are called for, but somehow through different people, what they're gonna tell you about you, with the character that they're gonna tell you possess, the talent or the gift that they think or they see you have, might be there is your purpose. So those are some of the way that you can know your purpose. So there are this type of a group that knows its purpose, but alongside the way they came, and challenges or obstacles came and hindered them to work for their purpose. Let me speak to you and tell you that Satan is there to make you fail. Satan is there to bring obstacles and challenges to make you fail. And obstacles are not meant to break you, but obstacles are meant to make you. So please, if you are doing a certain thing, maybe you are a YouTuber, maybe you are a musician, maybe you started to work for a certain dream, but there in between, you came and gave up, you came and quitted, please come back again with another spirit, because God is God of another chance. Ask God to give you a second chance, and this chance, use it well. Don't listen to people, because people will always speak, people will always talk, people will always throw stone to you. Don't listen to people, but live and do whatever you know and know you are called for. Do whatever you know that pleases God. Don't do whatever pleases people, because what pleases God is not what pleases people. If you ask people, they want us to do whatever they want us to do, but God want us to do whatever people don't want us to do, because what pleases God is not what pleases people. So if you knew that maybe you are fighting for your dream, but in between challenges and obstacles came to hinder you, please, it's a calling. Let me ask you and call you kindly once again. Please don't give up. Wake up again to work for your purpose. Wake up again and to live for your purpose. Wake up again to try another chance. This other chance will not be like the other chance. Maybe you failed the first chance. Maybe you failed the second chance. Maybe you failed the third chance. But this other chance, please wake up. It is normal to give up. Like there is this word of God that I read in the book of in the First King. chapter 18, about the story of Elijah. There is a time even the Elijah, being a great prophet of God, felt like to give up, and he went in a cave and asked God to take him or to kill him. All he wished is to die, but God came and told him, wake up and eat, because the journey that is ahead of you is wrong. So even to give up is normal, to feel like quitting is normal, but don't just live in that place of death. Don't just live in that cave of hating yourself. Don't just live in that cave of seeing that you can never make it. Don't just live in that cave of believing that maybe you are meant for nothing. You are meant for something. You are born for a purpose. You are born to achieve great things. The thing that you are supposed to do. Take a step of faith. Take a step of faith. Overcome the fear in you, because there are those people that it is the fear that has made them not to work for their purpose. Overcome the fear that is in you, and this time loud, you gonna make it. I don't want to make this video long, but the thing and the reason why I made this video is to tell you that you are born for a purpose, and all the things that you are supposed to do. Desire to know your purpose and live your purpose, because one day we will leave this world and we will be answerable of the lives that we lived in this world. That gift that God has given you, are you utilizing it to the fullest? That talent that God has given you, are you utilizing it to the fullest? And when we go to heaven, or when we will meet our God, you won't have an excuse that I didn't know my gift, I didn't know my talent, because God will ask you a question. Did you ask me to tell you or to notify or to leave it to you what is your gift, and I refuse to leave it to you? And you will say no, you didn't ask God. So God is there for us all. Ask him whatever you want to know, pray him whatever you want to know, and just give him time, and he wanna reveal it to you, he wanna speak it to you. Open your ears to listen to God, because a lot of us pray but don't listen to God. God usually talks to us daily, but a lot of us usually pray but don't listen to God. You don't take time to read the word of God. You don't take time to listen the message of God through other people. You don't take time to watch what God is speaking to you through nature, because God speaks us sometimes through nature. Something might happen to you in your workplace, in your church, in your neighborhood, in your everywhere. It's a lesson, but you don't take that lesson. So when God speaks, also reason. So pray God to reveal him what he created you for, and when he speak, please reason. And when you know your purpose, start working for your purpose. Don't listen to people, don't copy paste people, because you are an original copy of yourself. Leave alone about other people. You are an original copy of yourself, and God called you for a purpose. You are born for great things, and you are an overcomer. Thank you so much, guys. If you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, please subscribe, and together we shall make it. Thank you so much, and bye bye.